Okay, I got another project here. My light for my garage door opener does not turn on. Even if I hit the switch, you can hear it click. And people say it's usually the sockets. If you hear it click, I believe. And if you don't hear it, then it's the board. But I believe it's the board, and I'll show you why. Let me go ahead, and I'm gonna get ready to remove the board. I already opened up the light, took the cover off the light. Now, oh. Let me try to do this with the other hand. There we go. Now that I removed this, let me place this over here on the car. Okay, that's gonna just leave me with that. Now, there's 3 screws here, and I'll be removing those in a minute. But first I'll remove the light bulb, which is a good bulb. I already tested it. Let me go ahead and put that on the car. Let me go ahead and get more lighting. Hang on. Well, I hope we got a little better lighting, and I'm going to go ahead and start removing the screws that hold it in, hold this cover. And on this cover we have the circuit board, which is bad. Oh, drop the bolt. There's 3. There's 1 here, and then there's the 2 on top. These are like, if I remember, they're like little machine screws. So this one on the bottom is different than the one on top, and the 2 on top. Yeah. Little fine thread. Yeah, if you try to use this screw in those machined threads, it's gonna go in tight, and you're just gonna mess up the threads. Okay. There's 3 screws. Okay, here we go. Now the reason, I'll show you why they're a little different. Usually goes there. Oh no. Yeah, this bottom screw it's like a plastic threaded square nut kind of thing. So, and these up here are like tapped. So that's why those are little machine screws. also, remember, everything's got to be unplugged. And I got it unplugged here. Oh, you can't see it. I got it unplugged. And if you have a battery backup, go ahead and disconnect the battery backup. Mine's is disconnected because the battery's no good. Now I'm going to mark these wires here so I know where they go on the new circuit board. So I'm just going to put like slash marks on it, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is going to be 1. This one's going to be 2. And these two go in the same hole, so 3. And this will be 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That way, also you could take a picture of it, which I also did. But that way it's just a little easier to keep track of. Let me get a little something. And to disconnect them, I believe you just press this bottom. There's like a little bottom piece here. Yeah. Push them in. You push in these little tabs on the bottom of the wires. I don't know if you could see it. Let's see if we can zoom in. Right here, there's little, the bottoms have little push things. You push them in and it releases the wire. Now that those are released, now what we have is we do have some wires on the back side now. The first ones I'm going to undo is the wires for that hold the socket. Okay, those are the socket wires. And then I'm going to have to pay attention to these. And again, I did mark them, but let me see something. I'm going to go ahead and remove the circuit board from this cover. So give me 1 second. Let me zoom you out. Now the circuit board is held in with 2 screws, 1 on each corner. I'll go ahead and remove this one first. need a little help pulling it out. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna use a pair of pliers. There's one. I'll stick it up here in the magnetic tray. And now the other one. And it looks like it's this one. Oh. So now, oh, where I put this away. Put that in the tray. Now what I'm going to do is just, there's tabs. There's 3 tabs, it looks like they hold the circuit board in. Okay, now I'll remove this. I took a picture of how these wires go in also. Let's move this a little bit. Okay, I took a picture of this also, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark them kind of like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connections. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're probably keyed, but I don't want to take any chances. So. Five. Oh. And number 4. Okay. 1, 2. So I got the wires all disconnected now. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get the new circuit board. I'll be right back. Almost forgot to turn on the camera. Anyway, I'm plugging these back in the way I took them off. push, then we'll just give you a little extra wire. Okay, I plugged in those. I might as well plug in the socket. And there's a wide blade and a narrow blade, so you can't mess those up. Why? Now, just gonna put it back in place. I got all the wires connected. Sorry that I haven't been no commentary, but just trying to concentrate. Get this back in there. Okay, I'm gonna, I need one of the machine screws. Sure wish had someone that was able to give me a hand with this. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. We're just about done, and then we're gonna just have to program it. And one more, the other screw. This one's a little harder to get to. So what I like to do, I'll put a magnet on my screwdriver to hold the screw in, just so I could get it started. It looks good. They say this should hang down, but it's all twisted. Okay, sorry about that. I'm just trying to hopefully help someone out. I'm going to go ahead and put the other wires, the ones I labeled that I took off first, and they should just slide in, I believe. So, number 4. It's going to go into the 4th hole. battery will go into its appropriate place. I'm going to show you what I found on the circuit board when I pulled it off. One, two. Number one. Okay, now I'm going to put the light bulb in. I think they can make a little better light socket. Okay, now the only thing, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. Everything's connected. Just double check everything. There we go. Wow, I got lights already. That's pretty cool. They work. Okay. And now I just got to program it. So let me get the instructions just to double check it, and then I'll go ahead and program. I have to apologize about the programming of it because I was trying to get it to work and I forgot to turn on the video. But basically, you should just follow your manufacturer's steps on programming it. I'm just going to go ahead, you see the lights are working, I'm just going to go ahead and put this cover back on. I will put this wire out that hole. And basically, it's like you have to hold these buttons, and then when the door reaches the top where you want it to stop at, then I had to push the wall button, so it'll learn that one. Then I had to lower it until it reached the bottom where I wanted it to stop, and then it had to learn. Then I had to hit the wall switch again, and it learned that. Then it started going back up. But there's some steps involved, and I think for your particular door or model, maybe you should follow those guidelines. Now the only thing I would say is I am going to show you what I found on the circuit board. I think it's kind of interesting because, like I said in the beginning, they were saying if the switch works, then it's your sockets. Like if you hit the light button and you hit a click, almost like a solenoid clicking, then it has to be, it's more than likely your light sockets. And on this one, you could hear the solenoid or the breaker or the little clicking sound in there every time I'd hit the light button. The only thing is the lights won't come on, and I'll show you why when I get the circuit board. I'll take it inside and then we can take a look at it. But again, sorry for the inconvenience on the programming part, but I was kind of confused on that myself, so I didn't want to confuse you guys even more. Thank you. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the circuit board. Again, I apologize for not forgetting to film the programming, but it started getting me a little confused. Anyway, here's the circuit board, and if you look right here on the where the lights plugged in, I believe that was the one for the lights right here. Right behind it, you might be able to see this. Let's see if we get right there, that burnt spot. I got like this solder, or not solder, this wire, or looks like, how can I show this to you? Anyway, it looks like that strap of wire should be going to this pin right here, laying across. I was going to try to solder it and fix it, but it looks like it might even need to make contact in here where the plastic melted. I can't tell you why it did it. I don't know. I had problems when they first put this garage door opener in, with one of the lights not working, but then all of a sudden both of them stopped working, and then I figured I needed to do something to get it fixed. But everything else looks okay on this circuit board, except that part. So I believe, since the lights, I believe, plugged in one of these two, I believe it was this one, and I was getting no power to the lights. That was my problem. Everything else worked. So that's why I wasn't in no big rush. But anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time when I find something else that I need to fix around the house. Thanks a lot. Bye. Well, just wanted to show you that the lights do work in the garage. The garage door opener. The lights do come on, and when I shut them off, it goes out. When I open the door, they come on, which that was the problem at night when I had to come in the garage. I wouldn't have any light or nothing. So the cool thing is it's fixed, and now I could just you can see, yeah, I don't want to like put it right on the light bulbs, but anyway, you can see that my garage is lit up. I do have an extra light, but anyway, that I turn on, but I'm glad I got that fixed. Thank you, and I hope it helps someone, or help someone decide to give it a shot if they can, if they want to give it a shot. Thank you.